Hello children, in today's video we will be discussing some common prefixes that are widely used in the organic chemistry. So a nomenclature system which is useful for naming the organic molecule is called a common system of nomenclature. And the various common prefixes that we will be using here are the common used in the nomenclature system. So some of these are N, iso, neo, sec, tert. These are some common prefixes which we are widely using in the organic chemistry. So let us start with these one by one. The prefix N or normal is used when all the carbon atom form continuous or linear chain. So it can be shown. The main thing to remember is continuous and linear chain. So let us draw the example of N-butane. We all know that butane is 4 carbon, single bonded. Okay, so when we are drawing it linear continuous chain, then it is known as butane. It can be drawn in the straight line. It is N-butane. Now let us move to the other one as N-pentane. If we are drawing N-pentane, it can be CH3, CH2, 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 and then CH3. So it is known as N-pentane. So what here N represent? N represent a continuous chain. Continuous chain is there. Now let us come to the other prefix. A very common one is the iso. And a number of students get confused about the iso term. So a very simple meaning is when the second carbon of the branch chain alkene carries one methyl group. Remember this thing that one methyl group is present. This is a very important term. So iso can be represented as, for example, if we are drawing for butane, then CH3, CH, CH3, the second carbon is carrying a methyl group, and then CH3. So what we are going to call it as, we will call it as isobutane. We will call a name given to it as isobutane. Similarly, in terms of when we are drawing for pentane, total 5 carbon, the second carbon is carrying CH3. It becomes isopentane. So iso is a term which is used as a prefix when the second carbon of the branch chain alkenes carries one methyl group. This thing has to be remembered that the second carbon is carrying the methyl group. So the prefix neo is used when all but the 2 carbon atom form a continuous chain and these 2 carbons are part of terminal. Or in the other way, a very simple way, we can say that the second carbon of the branch chain alkenes carry 2 methyl group. In case of iso, we studied that only one methyl group is considered. But in case of neo, we will consider the 2 methyl group. So neo can be drawn as CH3, C, CH3, CH3, and further CH3. So a carbon which is having at least 2 carbon, the 2 methyl groups present on it. The second carbon that is this one. The second carbon is also carrying the 2 methyl groups. So this becomes the example for neopentane. Neopentane. Similarly, we can also draw for neohexane as this one. A second carbon. First of all, we will consider the second carbon. The second carbon is carrying the 2 methyl groups. And if it is hexane, then the other 2 must be present like CH2, CH3. So we will call it as neohexane. So this becomes the neohexane. And in the above, we have done the neopentane. Now, let us come to the other one. It is neopentane. It is written in a continuous manner. So let us come to the other prefix, that is the sec. In case of sec, the sec is a term which is used for secondary. The prefix sec is used when the functional group is bonded to a second carbon atom. And this prefix is only useful for 4 carbon chains. So at least 4 carbons must be present if we are using the term, if we are using the prefix sec. It is not applicable in case of the shorter chains. So let us see one example of it. For example, we are drawing CH, 3CH, CH2, CH2, CH3. And the linkage is present on the second carbon atom. So if the group is present, if some group is present on the second carbon atom, that is the secondary structure, then out of the four, at least 4 carbon chain must be there. So if we are using this one, look at this carbon, the prefix sec is used when the functional group is bonded to a secondary carbon atom which is having carbon on both the sides. So this is known as the sec pentyl. Sec pentyl. Remember this term, that the functional group is bonded to the secondary carbon atom. We will be dealing with primary, secondary, and tertiary carbon atoms in a short while. Now there comes the other prefix, that is the tert. The prefix tert is used when the functional group is bonded to the tertiary carbon atom. So how it can be represented as a tert one? C, CH3, CH3, then CH2, CH3, and here the bonding or the group can be shown. So the tert prefix is usually used when a carbon, the functional group is bonded to a tertiary carbon atom. A tertiary carbon atom is a carbon atom which is having carbon on 3 sides. So this carbon atom which is having carbon on the 3 sides is known as tertiary carbon atom. And what the name to be given to this? It is tert. And since there are total 5 carbon atom, it will be known as tert pentyl. So let us revise first what we have done till now. The first is N. The N is used, small n or normal, when we are talking about the continuous chain. The term iso is used when the second carbon is carrying at least one methyl group. Then the neo is used when the second carbon of the branch chain alkane carries 2 methyl group. Then in case of sec, the sec is used when the functional group is bonded to the secondary carbon atom. The tert prefix is used when the functional group is bonded to the tertiary carbon atom. Now here comes the term, what are primary, secondary and tertiary terms. So first of all, let's take a look of types of carbon and hydrogen atom in alkane. So the first case, that is the primary. A carbon atom which is linked to one other or no other carbon atom. That is a carbon which is linked to one other. For example, CH3, CH2, CH3. We have drawn the formula for propane. Now in this case, the first carbon atom is linked to one carbon atom, directly linked to one. The chain is on the one side. So it is considered as 1 degree. And this one, this is also linked to the carbon atom on only one side. So it is also considered as 1 degree. A 1 degree carbon atom is a carbon atom which is linked to one other or no other carbon atom. 1 degree is also, primary carbon is also called 1 degree and is also represented like 1 with a degree sign on it. Now when we come to the secondary or 2 degree, we have learned the term secondary in the previous slide also. A secondary carbon atom is a carbon atom which is linked to 2 other carbon atom. So let us suppose about this, the same propane example that we did above. The center carbon atom is linked to the 2 other carbon atoms. So this one is called as a 2 degree or secondary carbon atom. Now the case of third, the 3 degree. In case of 3 degree, the carbon atom is linked to 3 other carbon atom. A carbon atom which is linked to 3 other carbon atom is considered as the 3 degree. So let us take the example. For example, if we are having a structure like this, then the central carbon atom which is linked to the 3 other carbon atom, this is known as the 3 degree or tertiary in nature. Now coming to the 4 degree or quaternary structure, a carbon atom, as we did in case of the neo also, a carbon atom which is linked to the 4 different carbon atoms, 4 carbon atoms on the other sides. So in this case, when the linkage is on 4 sides, then that carbon atom is known as the 4 degree or quaternary in nature. Since carbon is tetravalent, so we can consider for 1 degree, for 2 degree, 3 degree and 4 degree, that is the quaternary structure also. So let us do one example here, which will be including all the types of degrees attaining here. I'm drawing a structure which is related to all these degrees. We will identify how many degrees are present here. Such type of questions are in the back exercise, which helps us in identification. So we have drawn this structure. Let us come to the first carbon atom, which is having linkage only on one side. So it is 1 degree. This carbon atom is having carbon on 4 sides. So it is 4 degree. The above methyl CH3 is having carbon chain on one side. So it is 1 degree. The bottom one is also having linkage only on one side. So it is also 1 degree. This carbon atom is linkage on 2 sides. So it is 2 degree. This carbon atom is having bonding on 3 sides. So it is 3 degree. The lower CH3 is having bonding only on one side. So it is 1 degree. And this methyl is having linkage on one side. So it is again 1 degree. So this example can be used to explain all the degrees, that is 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, and 4 degree. Now, along with this, a very important term that comes to us is alkyl. So what are alkyl groups? An alkyl group is obtained when there is a removal of one hydrogen atom from alkane. When from the alkane structure we remove one hydrogen atom, then it is known as alkyl. For example, in case of alkyl, the formula is CnH2n plus 2. But when we remove one hydrogen atom, the formula becomes CnH2n plus 1, and one of the side is remained unoccupied. So this is known as the alkyl group. These alkyl groups can be of variety types. For example, if we have taken ethane, C2H6 ethane, and we are removing one H from it, we will be getting C2H5, and we will call it as ethyl. Then similarly, in case of C3H8, now here in case of C3H8, it depends that which type of alkyl group it will be forming. For example, if we remove one H from it, we will be getting C3H7. Okay, but C3H7 can be represented in 2 ways. It can be a linear one, when we will call it as N-propyl, or it can be in the form of isolinkage, CH3, CH3, and this site is remaining vacant. Then this is called as the isopropyl. So in case of propyl, we can get the N-propyl as well as the isopropyl groups. So this is about the alkyl part. Now, 2 other important common prefixes that are used are geminal and vicinal. Now, a gem is a term which is used for geminal word, which refers to 2 groups which are attached to the same carbon atom. If 2 groups are attached to the same carbon atom, let us take this example. 2 groups, this can be the functional group. If 2 groups are attached to the same carbon atom, then we used to call it as gem, geminal or gem. But in case of vicinal, the 2 groups are attached on the adjacent carbon atoms. If they are present on the adjacent carbon atoms, then it is known as vicinal. But if they are present on the same carbon atom, then it is known as geminal. So these groups can be chloro, the chloro group. Usually in case of halides, we are using it, geminal dihalide, vicinal dihalide. We used to represent for them. For example, CH2, Cl2, and both the Cl are present on the same carbon atom. It is an example for geminal dihalide. And for vicinal, we can represent the 2 chloro groups on the 2 different carbon atoms. Then it will become the vicinal dihalide. So first one is the example for geminal dihalide, and the other one is the example for vicinal dihalide. Now coming to some other important things that we should remember while the nomenclature part is going on. These are the aromatic compounds. So dear students, you must have learned about the structure of benzene. The nucleus is present. It is represented like this with alternate double and single bonds. So this is benzene. But when we remove one hydrogen atom from it, this is benzene, that is C6H6. If we remove one hydrogen atom from benzene, what the first thing that comes into the mind? That as in case of methane, we call methyl. As in case of ethane, we call ethyl. A number of times a student says it will be benzyl. But dear students, whenever we remove H from a benzene, it becomes C6H5 and it is named as phenyl. We will call it as phenyl, a benzene ring which is having one H less. So it will be called as phenyl, not the benzyl. So benzene is C6H6. When one H is removed from the main nucleus part of it, it is given the formula C6H5 and then it is known as phenyl. And the substitution can take part on this vacant place. Now, along with this, we will come to a new term, that is the ortho. Ortho is a term which is used in case of di-substituted benzene. When we are talking about di-substituted benzene. Okay, so ortho is used when we are substituting benzene on 1,2 position. Meta is used when we are substituting benzene on 1,3 position. And para is used when we are substituting benzene on 1,4 position. So let us see the structures of ortho, meta and para. Before it, I will give you an example of such a structure. Let us say that it is benzene, which is having 2 methyl groups on 1 and 2 carbon. Okay, benzene ring is having 6 carbons, so on 1 and 2 there is presence of methyl. So when both the methyls are present on 1 and 2 location, it is known as orthoxylene. For 2-methyl present on benzene, it is named as orthoxylene. Xylene is a common term for it. It is known as orthoxylene. Now, let us see that if both the methyl groups are present on 1 and 3 location, that is 1 and the third point. So it will be known as metaxylene. But if these methyl groups are present on 1 and 4 position, then it will be termed as paraxylene. Paraxylene. So you can see that if it is 1,2 position, it is called ortho in common. 1,3 position, it is called meta. And when it is 1,4 position, it is known as para. Now, other than this, one other very important example that comes here is that of a benzene ring with a methyl. So in common terms, it is known as toluene. It is commonly known as toluene. Let us suppose that from toluene, one of the hydrogen atom is removed from the side chain. Side chain, that is CH3. So it becomes CH2 with one side from where the hydrogen has been removed. It will be given a common term, benzyl. If 2 hydrogen atoms are removed, then it will be known as benzyl. And if 3 hydrogen atoms are removed, then it will be known as benzo. So these are some of the common terms which we are using off and on in the organic chemistry while doing the nomenclature part. So dear students, revise these all common terms, go through these, practice many problems regarding it. Then in the next video, we will be doing the IUPAC system. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.